As Hurricane Helene swept across coastal and inland communities, its immediate destruction was apparent. Flattened homes, submerged cities, and broken infrastructure. However, the true havoc wreaked by Hurricane Helene extends beyond the visible damage as unseen crises continue to unfold in its aftermath. The death toll has now risen to 166, with at least 500 people still missing, as rescue teams work tirelessly to navigate the unprecedented destruction left in the storm's wake. Hurricane Helene made landfall as a powerful Category 5 storm, battering communities with sustained winds exceeding 150 miles per hour and torrential rainfall that led to catastrophic flooding. While evacuation orders were issued for high-risk zones, many residents chose to stay behind either due to attachment to their homes or a sense of denial about the storm's severity. This choice has led to increased casualties and heartbreaking stories of loss. The emotional toll is immense as families wait anxiously for news of their missing loved ones. We've lost everything and now we just want to find my brother, said one local resident whose family member is unaccounted for. As search and rescue operations continue, reports indicate that the devastation caused by Hurricane Helene may be far worse than initially feared. Floodwaters have triggered widespread contamination of drinking water supplies, raising alarms among public health officials. With sanitation systems overwhelmed, authorities are increasingly concerned about the potential for disease outbreaks in the wake of this disaster. Now, there's a hidden danger here, warned a public health official. We're advising everyone to avoid drinking water that hasn't been purified, and we're working to distribute safe water to affected communities. The storm has also resulted in widespread power outages affecting hundreds of thousands of residents, complicating rescue operations and leaving vulnerable populations, especially the elderly and those with medical conditions, at greater risk. We're doing everything we can, but the extent of the need is enormous, said a shelter coordinator. Shelters are overwhelmed and we're running low on supplies. We need more help from the community and the government. Beyond the immediate physical dangers, Hurricane Helene has triggered a mental health crisis among survivors. Many are grappling with the trauma of loss, uncertainty, and the stress of displacement. People are dealing with the shock of losing everything and the uncertainty of what comes next, said a volunteer counselor assisting in emergency shelters. We're seeing high levels of anxiety and depression, and the need for mental health support is growing. As state and federal governments mobilize resources to aid recovery, the road ahead is expected to be long and challenging. President has declared the hurricane a major disaster, enabling federal assistance for recovery efforts. However, officials caution that rebuilding will take considerable time and effort. The scale of this disaster is unlike anything we've seen before, said a government official overseeing the response. We're committed to helping these communities rebuild, but it's going to be a monumental task. As communities confront the unseen havoc left in the wake of Hurricane Helene, the focus remains on rescue and recovery. The long-term impacts of this storm will likely be felt for years as families begin the arduous journey of rebuilding their lives and homes in a landscape forever altered by nature's fury.